There's another circuit. This is called Foster Shelley detector, right? The fundamental of this all circuits are same. So as you told you, that is the principle that is for the ठीक है तुम लोग को ये राइटिंग बोर्ड विजिबल है.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the principle of this detector or yeah, demodulation of FM is the same. That is the first we have discussed. That is a slope detector. The simple is that is it is a tuned circuit. Now only to make certain improvement, a number of circuits had been uh, developed by the researcher and the scientist. So this balanced slope detector was one. This is another is called the Foster-Shelley discriminator. This is again developed by the two researchers, Foster and Shelley. So it is on their name it hasn't kept. You see, uh, the circuit remains the same. Okay, you see this is similar like a balanced slope detector. So you have this one. This is the secondary transformer, but actually it is a center tap from here, so it makes as an inductor. So it is a transformer, but actually the secondary winding of a transformer are used as an inductor. So this is uh, LA, this is one part, and the second part is your LB. These are two conductors. Now this is the capacitor, this capacitor, and this is another one inductor. So this capacitor and one inductor, they forms um, the circuits of your, that is called the resonance circuits. Now after that, this is the detector, that is the D. So this is the detector we have taken. Okay, and it's one diode and one capacitor. So if you remember the original circuit of slope detector remains looks like the same. So this is one your tuned circuits at the input. Then the output of a tuned circuit is fed to an uh, diode detector. So this is one diode and this is one capacitor, one resistor. So this forms one circuits. Okay. Now the principle is that the circuit configuration is such that this input signal, this is your FM, this whole signal is appearing across this inductor L3. So this is the input voltage is across this L3. Okay, depending on this. Uh, that is the one configuration we see. Now, if you draw the only thing is that is uh, the output V output is the difference across this voltage across this D1 and the voltage. I mean, this is the voltage across this C1. You can say, in fact, this is D1 voltage, this C1 and this C2, because one voltage is going in this way and other current is flowing in this way. So the output at this will be the difference of these two signal. So what happens is that is because of a difference, if there is any error because of any parameters, the error will be detected. The error will reduce. It may not be become zero, but error will be reduced, because if one error occurs in one voltage, let us say VC1 across the R1 or C1, this is parallel. So the same amount of error will occur in across voltage VC2, and since you are the output, the difference of these two, the error will be detected. So this is to minimize the error. Now you can see this is the, if you draw the phasor diagram of this circuit, This is a phasor diagram that is so this is now this phasor will, because the output voltage depends on the input frequency. So this is when input frequency is equal to the resonant frequency, right? So that input frequency means the frequency of the FM signal. Okay. So FM signal frequency is varying continuously. So if F input is equal to F0, then the phasor will be like this. Okay. This is the supply voltage, uh, uh, angle value, and this is the VLA, this is VLB. Okay, so see, VLA is this one and VLB this one. They are almost anti-phase, so they are anti-phase over here. Now this is the voltage. VD2 is a voltage across this resistance R2. So this is the voltage across this one. Okay, and this voltage VD1 is voltage across this one. Okay, so they are, if you take the sum of these two, you will get, you have to find out this voltage. Sum of these two voltage will be, if you make like this, you will say to get this voltage. Okay, and the voltage will be almost 0. Now, if you take this one, then if you go for this, if it is greater than, this is another, and similarly दूसरे को भी कर लेता हूँ. And this is your, so this is the three diagrams you can see, that is they are, so this is when it is equal, this F input is greater than F0. So this is the VD2 and this is VD1. So obviously if you take the difference of these two, you will get certain voltage across. VD1 means this voltage, so you will have a positive voltage, right? Now, if similarly when it is less than, so VD2 is higher and VD2 is VD1 is less. So VD1 is this voltage and this is the this direction. This will be your okay. So this voltage is in fact your VD1 and this is your VD2 and this is the total output voltage, right? So this will be actually the voltage will be your VD1 minus VD2, right? So if you take this voltage, so if you take this output voltage is from here. So if you take from this at, so at Fi is equal to F0, then V0 is coming as 0, right? And at Fi is greater than F0, then V0 is greater than 0, obviously, because you see from here, VD1 is higher than VD2, and at Fi is less than F0, then V0 is less than Y. That means this is your positive and this is coming as negative, right? And that is what we say in FM modulation. When the input frequency is high, the voltage is more. No, when the voltage is high, the input frequency increases, and when an input voltage is low, the output frequency is decreases. So this is the same principle we are following. So that is over here. So the only advantage, as I told you, that is the principle is the same as the tuned, so the balanced slope detector, but here the linearity is better than your balanced slope detector because the operation of the circuit is dependent on more on primary to secondary phase resolution, which is a very much linear as respect to your balanced load detector. However, the problem with that is this circuit does not provide an amplitude limiting. Amplitude limiting means that is this is another circuit we need to add, because when you transmit the signal, some noise are added. So your magnitude, as you see that in FM, the magnitude remains constant. FM modulation, the magnitude remains constant, whereas only frequency varies. But when you transmit, then because of noise, the amplitude may vary. Okay, and if the amplitude vary, this introduces noise. So if there is any noise, for that we provide an additional circuit that is called the amplitude limiter. That is another point of view. Okay, so ठीक है तुम लोग को. Now, so as I told you, the principle is the same. I'm not going to say in this way. There is another circuit. As I told you, there are so many circuits, not only one or two. So there is another circuit developed by the researchers. These all are very much widely used practical circuits in your receivers. Okay, so however, still the developments are going on. There is another circuit. I told you this. This is another circuit. You see, the all circuit looks similar. They are very, very minor changes. Okay, so this is called a ratio detector. This is called a ratio detector. Now, in this circuit also, if you see the phasor diagram of this circuit, you see the basic principle of this. So if you see the basic mathematics here, right? Okay, so this again you have the circuit here as this is the V0 will compute here, and this is the V0, this is the positive and this is the negative, right? So this will be, this is the output voltage over here. So this is your V01, this voltage is V01 and this voltage is V02. Sorry, ये नहीं है, ये V0 आपका इन दोनों के बीच का है, ठीक है ना? This is V0 voltage. So you have to measure this voltage and this voltage across the ground. Okay. So, so this if you go, that is again, this is the, so if these two voltage, if you go for that, V0 A and B, if you compare, this is your A and B, right? So this voltage, if you compare, this voltage your V0 AB from here. So this voltage is a V01 plus V02. So these two voltages will be added over here. Okay. And from here, if you deduce, so finally we are getting that is this will be the difference of these two voltages, and obviously divide by 2. So again, the problem with that is when you take the difference of these two voltages, this have the inbuilt capacity to reduce noise. Okay. Now, if you go for the phasor diagram of these, So these are the phasor diagrams here. If you see, these are three phasor diagrams. Okay, and to calculate this V0, VAB, V01, V02, you have to this phasor diagram. If you see, so this phasor diagram, when this input voltage is equal to your carrier frequency, you see that is uh, V0. That is actually this phasor diagram I have circuit from somewhere else and the phasor diagram somewhere else, right? But actually this is V0. This voltage is your V01 and this is your V02, right? Similarly, this all voltage are V01 and this is your V02. ठीक है ना, ये सब डायग्राम अलग अलग उससे लिए गए, इसलिए सिंबल्स कभी कभी चेंज है, तो डोंट गो विद दैट. ठीक है ना, ठीक है. इनफैक्ट डायग्राम को ये रहने दो, इसके सिंबल्स को चेंज करना तुम लोग इसके अकॉर्डिंगली. ओके, so you see now this one, then, and when you take this, we take the magnitude. Okay, so in this case, when so the V01 and V02 are equal. Okay, so obviously here the output voltage will be 0, and that's what we need. That is when there is no modulation. When input frequency is equal to carrier frequency, this means there is no modulation. Modulation is 0, right? So then the output voltage should also be equal to 0. But where when it is greater than, then V01 minus V02 should equal to positive. So here the output voltage will be greater than 0 and this will be positive voltage, and that is what our requirement. If you see from here, this output voltage will be negative, right? Because this is a V01 minus V02. So if you take from the this diagram itself, it is very, very clear. Okay, so as I told you, that is these are a simple circuit in modulation, but the remains are I mean the basic principles remain the same that we have already discussed. Basic remains our same. That is, if you draw this diagram for their characteristics of this ratio detector, this is the characteristic. Okay, so if you see that is here, you have to from this characteristic you can find out what is the maximum frequency deviation. So the maximum frequency deviation you can see from here. ठीक है ना? So this is obviously your, this is delta f. So this is will be plus minus. So this is going in the minus direction, this is going in the plus direction. So actually this this is your from here, and so from here it is your delta f. Okay, so this should be the maximum one, because of the frequency deviation is fc plus minus delta f. So for wideband modulation, this delta f should be as large as possible to accommodate majority of our signal, right? So that is also in this case, that is also very, very improved signal. Okay, so if you want to, three circuits we have discussed, in fact 4 circuits we have discussed. One is the fundamental slope detector, then balance slope detector, two more important. These are two very popularly used circuits. Now if you see this, compare them together, So if you see, this comparison is given over here for all these signals. Okay, so tuning alignment should be a parameters, then output characteristics, that is then linearity, because this circuits operates in only linear region, and this diagram you see, it is not just linear region, means this region. So this is the linear region where, so only in this region they operate, because some of the region this is not non-linear region. In fact, the circuit curve practically it goes like this. So even this portion is a non-linear and this portion is a non-linear. So only this linear region is of important. So that is also. Then amplitude limiting is there or not, because as I told you, the amplitude limiting is important for improve the signal to noise ratio. So we have balanced slope detector, then Foster-Seeley and ratio detector. Right? Okay, so these are the some of the parameters over here we see, that is so amplitude limiting is not available. Here in the ratio detector, the amplitude limiting circuit is also provided. Okay, because the amplitude limiting provided, because this gives you again the difference of those signals. Now, obviously, I told you that is slope detector. The fundamental circuit are not of very important for practical use, because they gives you the principle of the circuit operation, but they lack in many other parameter which is required. So the balanced slope detector or the slope detector are only for the laboratory uses, but practically the Foster-Seeley circuits and ratio detector, these two are very widely used in almost most of the FM receivers. So these are some of the in FM radios. This Foster-Seeley is very popular, whereas in TV receivers, these are popular. But this is some of the where it is used right now. But you can use both. Modulators are very good. Some limitations have with all the modulators. That can always you have to design some more compensatory circuit should be designed or added. So obviously the demodulator circuit is not only this circuit, but it has a number of more additional circuits required if you see that. Okay. So that is, I think that is your, that is all. Now, as I told you, that is we need an amplitude limiter, and we have discussed many times this amplitude limiters. So the amplitude limiters are, as I told you, that is when the signal, actually if you see, that is when the signal is going, this is your right. So this is your an FM circuit, right? So this is your FM. Okay. So in FM, what we see is that the frequency is varying, but this amplitude remains constant. But when you it is transmitted, then what happens is that is it may be that is because of noise level may be positive, may be negative. So it may go ahead like this, or it may have clipped. Okay, so it may be like this, it is going, okay, and it may be like this. Okay, so this is because of this one. Now what amplitude limiter is means, that is this amplitude is AC. So a circuit should be designed that any voltage which is less than the AC or more than AC, it makes them equal to AC. ठीक है ना? So ये सारे इसको बोलते हैं, we call it an amplitude limiter. right? Amplitude limiter. ओके, इसको अगर सिंपल तुम लोग कहो अगर जो इलेक्ट्रिकल के टर्म में, तो वी कॉल इट वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर, राइट? दिस इज ए वोल्टेज सिग्नल, राइट? सो वोल्टेज आपका कम हो रहा है, ज्यादा हो रहा है, तो यू कैन रेगुलेट दिस वोल्टेज, तो एक्चुअली इट इज ए वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर, राइट? बट वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर की बजाय वी हैव एन टेक्निकल टर्म इन communication engineering, we call it amplitude limiter, because why we call it? Because any amplitude, this is a noise, right? This is a noise. So anything added or clipped, so this is because of noise. Okay, so this noise should not be. If noise is more, then there is a parameter called signal to noise ratio, right? So this signal to noise ratio will decrease. The signal to noise ratio, this SNR is equal, actually it is the ratio of signal power to noise power, right? So this should be ideally very high, okay? Because we want इसको ऐसे लिख लें कि S0 upon N0, ठीक है? So this N0 should be 0 ideally. So if it is 0, the SNR should be ideally infinite, right? But obviously it's never infinite, okay? But it should be as high as possible. So yeah, so if this objective is, that is this noise power we have to, so isme the ratio should be high. So what we can do, either we have to increase this signal power and we have to decrease noise power, okay? So this SNR will be high. So the technique is in both way. We try to increase signal power as far as possible, keeping the limitations, एंड वी ट्राई टू रिड्यूस नॉइस पावर, क्योंकि हम नॉइस को आप बिल्कुल जीरो नहीं कर सकते हो, ठीक है ना? दिस इज नॉट इन आवर कंट्रोल, ओके? सो दैट इज व्हाई वी हैव टू, बट आवर टारगेट इज दैट इज टू improve SNR, to improve SNR, and that is the both way. Either you increase signal power or you decrease noise power. Decrease noise power means reduction of noise, ठीक है ना? Decrease means क्या हो गया आपका? Reduction of noise. So you have to reduction of noise, right? And the noise, मैंने बहुत पहले बताया था आपको कि noise is the one of the most challenging task in communication engineering, how to reduce noise. So इसको बोलते हैं noise immune circuit. Noise immune circuit. ऐसी सर्किट ड्रॉ करो जिसमें noise will be there, but its effect has to be minimized. Because noise is present because of many reasons. There are many man-made noise. सारे industries जितने, they all industries, they create noise. All transmission lines, they create noise. So आप noise too will be in the atmosphere. The noise will be there. So you have to, you cannot remove the noise from the atmosphere, right? So आपको क्या करना है? You have to develop a circuit which is noise immune. Okay. So if you are listening in a radio, as I told you, and sometimes there's no electricity in your area, then the quality of reception will be very good. लेकिन जो ही आपका इलेक्ट्रिसिटी आ जाए, फैन चलने लगे, घर के अंदर सारे अप्लायंसेस चलने लगे, आपकी जो है रिसेप्शन will becomes very poor quality. So this is the amplitude limiter is another I mean technique or the circuits to make circuit demodulator noise immune or noise immunity, right? So if you go that, so this is a typical characteristics for a noise amplitude limiter circuit. You can see from here. So if you see, this is the characteristics for a amplitude limiter characteristic, simple characteristic आपका. So this characteristic we use, we design a circuit. Now let me see, the circuits are very simple. And this is a pre-emphasis and de-emphasis. So this is the circuit, and you know that circuit it's very simple है. आप draw करना चाहे तो, because you know that is सर्किट और एम्पलीट्यूड लिमिटर लगाना चाहो तो सबसे अच्छी सर्किट जानते हो क्या होती है? जेनर डायोड होता है, ठीक है ना. यू नो दैट दिस इज जेनर डायोड. अगर जो एक आप जेनर डायोड ऐसे लगा दें, और यू नो दैट इज दिस जेनर डायोड इज यूज्ड फॉर वोल्टेज रेगुलेशन, राइट. तो यहाँ पे आउटपुट वोल्टेज कितना मिलेगा आपको जो है? दिस विल बी सिंपली वीजेड, राइट. दिस विल बी सिंपली वीजेड, और ये कांस्टेंट मिलेगा. तो आपने देखा वोल्टेज रेगुलेशन में द मोस्ट कॉमन सर्किट योर जेनर डायोड, ओके. और उसको so this most simplest circuit and that is your zener diode, okay, we use for that. Similarly आप जो है डायोड डिटेक्टर ये भी लगा सकते हैं आप जो है, ठीक है ना. ये डायोड डिटेक्टर जो आपका है, दिस इज आल्सो ए बेस्ट वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर. इसके अक्रॉस कितना मिलेगा आपको जो है? इसके अक्रॉस वोल्टेज कितना मिलेगा आपको जो है? तो हाँ जी, इसके अक्रॉस वोल्टेज कितना मिलेगा? सी के अक्रॉस आइडियल कंडीशन में, मतलब कैपेसिटर इज आइडियल, डायोड इज आल्सो आइडियल. अरे तुम लोग क्लास में हो कि सो गए हो? इस सर्किट में सी के अक्रॉस कितना वोल्टेज मिलेगा, आउटपुट वोल्टेज? अगर ये वोल्टेज तुम्हारा इनपुट वोल्टेज इस तरह का है, ठीक है ना, लेट अस से दिस वोल्टेज इज वीएम, ये मैक्सिमम वोल्टेज, तो कितना मिलेगा यहाँ पे
सर कांस्टेंट?
अरे कितना मिलेगा? कांस्टेंट तो मिलेगा, वीएम मिलेगा सिंपली, राइट. ओके, सो दिस विल बी कांस्टेंट, और ये अपना कांस्टेंट होगा, लिमिट हो गया वोल्टेज आपका. अभी वोल्टेज का डाउन जाएगा तब भी आउटपुट वोल्टेज वीएम कांस्टेंट रहेगा. So there are so many circuits, as I told you that there are so many circuits you have already learned. Okay, there's no. Similarly, there is another, मेरे ख्याल से 5-10 मिनट और एक और पढ़ा दूं तुम लोग को ताकि ये टॉपिक खत्म हो जाए हमारा. There is another process we use that is called pre-emphasis and de-emphasis, ठीक है ना. This is another process we use in demodulation of FM. This is again to improve the receiver circuit. This is another process we use very commonly, pre-emphasis and de-emphasis, right. Now this is again to improve the signal to noise ratio, SNR, ठीक है ना. So actually क्या है कि when the signal is I mean noise has a different available, and it is not I mean, so what is the effect of noise? It depends on a different kind of signal, what the kind of signal is there. So at low frequencies the noise affects more, right, and at high frequency it has less effect, okay. And when you are, and your transmitted signal, that is FM signal, has a low frequency as well as the higher frequency, right. So FC is the constant. You have less than FC minus delta F, and you have FC plus delta F. So this means the noise at FC minus delta F frequency will be more as compared to noise at the FC plus delta F, okay. So this is the, what we do is that is the boosting of higher modulating frequency in accordance to an we had designed a curve. So this is a pre-designed circuit, or you can say the curve, that we call it a pre-emphasis. And obviously you have to compensate at the output circuit that we will call it D emphasis circuits. So there are some standard. So if you see the curve for this pre-emphasis, D-emphasis, the curve we have to design. So we have some standard, and you know that these standards are developed by the IEEE, that is the US circuits standardization. So this is your the pre-emphasis and D-emphasis circuit. So this is the standard we have taken. Okay. So this is the pre-emphasis curve. So this is designed, that is frequency, a different frequency. This is your 2120 hertz here, and this is going to a 15 kilohertz. This is your 30 hertz. So as you increase this frequency, this means what you do doing from 3 dB to 17 dB have taken, right? And this is a smoothly increasing. Okay, we have taken this frequency as a center frequency. Now, so this curve is your, these curve are pre-designed, designed by the user, or I mean designer, you can say. So this is a pre-emphasized curve. Now you have to, but you have to make this same. So this is the curve. So it is a 0 dB it is going, but you have to, this curve has to somehow you can increase. Now for the receiver circuits, again you have to compensate for that. So you have to do another reverse process that we call the de-emphasis, and that will come again. So आप इसको फिर इतना ही आप reduce कर रहे हो, so it will come back to its original states. So this is the pre-emphasis, de-emphasis process. And the circuit here, I think, see, the circuits are very, very simple circuits you can use. These are the circuit for pre-emphasis and de-emphasis. Okay. These are the circuits. You can, there are many circuits. This is the one simple circuit I have told you, because the circuits is always not the circuit which are practically used, but these are the circuits. So this is your simple for the pre-emphasis, and this is for your de-emphasis. The only thing that is the frequency you have to design, and the frequency depends on this capacitor, and this is your resistors. Okay, so this is the constants. So either you take this is the RC constant, time constant, 75 microsecond, that we have seen in the circuit, that is we have designed for 75 microseconds. So the time constant and the tau is, you know, that this is the RC. So time constant we have taken for 75 microsecond. So the circuits you have to design accordingly. The parameters are there. Okay. I think so. Then we should go for. So I'll finish over here. I mean, on this unit will be the last unit over here. The only thing is that is you have to go to your book, study from the book, and try to solve as many problems as you can do. Take the, I have told you that is I'm taking the Simon Hacking's book. This is one standard books for this, and you can take from some problem from the at the end chapter of the Simon Hacking books and try to solve this. This all books are available on the net, you can available. So there's no that you cannot say that you don't have the books. Okay. Now, okay. So I'll finish over here. Right. Okay. Any question? हाँ जी बच्चों